Isaiah's passage gives us a beautiful picture of the final kingdom in which God will establish his justice and destroy all evil. The Lord will come to save the people of Israel, and they shall see his glory. And we need to ask ourselves, when we hear about the Lord's final coming, which is referred to as the day of the Lord, if we are excited and hopeful or filled with fear and dread. This has been coming up a lot lately in many of the sessions I'm in. In fact, this week, after watching a video on the last things, which the Catechism includes the teaching on heaven, purgatory, and hell, we were asked how we would live differently if we knew today was our last day to live. One participant bravely and authentically shared he was not ready. And I know he's not alone in feeling this way. But the Church, in her wisdom, teaches us that because of Christ, Christian death has a positive meaning. Just like the friend in class said he was not ready, I know many others are not as well. And I think a lot of what determines our response to our perspective on death and the Lord's final coming is this. Number one, our image of God, which may depend on your relationship with your dad. And number two, if we have been living like our Father wants us to. We may wrestle with our image of ourselves and how God sees us. If we are in fear of this day, let's just ask God our Father for healing. There is certainly a need for healing. We were created to share in Holy Communion with the Trinity. But the fact that at the fall of mankind, we experience 5 broken communions. 1 between God and us, which is spiritual communion. 2 between us and others, social communion. 3 within us, mind and heart, a psychological communion. 4 within us, body and soul, physical communion. And 5 between us and nature, ecological communion. No wonder we have so many mental health crises going on in the U.S. and in the world with all the broken communions. In 2024, Mental Health America reported from their survey that 60 million Americans experience any mental illness. 46 million people had a substance abuse disorder, and 14 million people reported experiencing serious thoughts of suicide. There's so much brokenness around us, and yet mental health care remains out of reach for millions that need it. In the U.S., there are 320 individuals for every 1 mental health provider. But no one is out of the reach of our ultimate physician who has a long arm to reach out to heal you and ready you for your eternity with him. And he uses our church, who offers so much support for those struggling and has a wonderful mental health ministry that very few churches are able to provide to help combat this crisis. In addition, I will be offering a 3-day video retreat called Healing the Whole Person in January by Dr. Bob Schutz, who founded the John Paul II Healing Center almost 17 years ago with the goal to help souls encounter the healing love of Jesus Christ. Father John Burns points out in his foreword in the book, Be Healed, that every wound we have bears a potency to become a manifestation of Christ's victory over sin and death. Because God is so good that with his hand, even evil brings about good. He never would have permitted evil to occur if he wasn't able to use it. Our story and our life are of intense interest to God, who wants to make us well and whole. But he is waiting for our permission. If you long to be more fully alive, but find yourself restricted by a feeling of fear, shame, or disillusionment that you try and fill with unholy relationships or activities that never satisfy, then this retreat is for you. Whether we realize it or not, we are each wounded and in need of healing. And forgiveness is the foundation of healing. Wounds that are not transformed are transferred. So come join us in January. See the link below in the video and find the wholeness and healing that you have been searching for, so that when the day of the Lord comes, as Isaiah describes, whenever that is, we will be ready for him. In The Imitation of Christ by Thomas A. Kempis reminds us that every action of yours, every thought should be those of one who expects to die before the day is out. Death would have no great terrors for you if you had a quiet conscience. Then why not keep clear of sin instead of running away from death? If you aren't fit to face death today, it's very unlikely you will be tomorrow. So would you live differently today if you knew today was your last day to live? Come and see. Come and be healed, for the day of the Lord is coming, and there is no need to fear.